Welcome to the 5-Minute Prime Podcast. Quick, actionable tips to master personal finance and real estate investing. In just 5 minutes a day, we'll help you build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Hey Prime investors, Martin Maxwell here, and welcome back to the 5-Minute Prime Podcast. This is episode 48. We've talked about finding deals, analyzing markets, but today we're diving into something that trips up so many investors, especially early on, the allure of the fixer-upper. You see that distressed property, the low price tag, and visions of HGTV style profits start dancing in your head. But hold on, buying a fixer-upper blindly, without rigorous planning and inspection, is one of the fastest ways to turn a potential win into a financial nightmare. Forget the TV magic. Real-world rehabs are full of potential pitfalls. While solid data on overestimating profits is hard to nail down, industry reports have shown that profit margins on flips have tightened considerably over the years, making accurate budgeting absolutely essential. Today, we'll break down the often hidden costs of renovations, explore why investors underestimate the challenges, and give you practical strategies to tackle fixer-uppers smartly. Let's get into it. So what really happens when you dive into a fixer-upper without a solid plan and thorough due diligence? It's not just about going slightly over budget. It can be a full-blown financial fiasco. Average renovation costs are significant. A mid-range kitchen remodel might run $25,000, $27,000 these days, and a mid-range bathroom maybe $10,000 to $25,000, according to sources like Remodeling Magazine's Cost versus Value report. But those are the planned costs. The real danger lies in the unplanned surprises hiding behind the walls. Let's say you're starting demolition on what seems like a straightforward project. Suddenly, the contractor finds extensive mold behind the drywall. Now, you're looking at remediation costs that typically range from $1,500 to $9,000, but could be far more if it's widespread. Or maybe it's an older home built before the 1980s. You might uncover asbestos in the insulation, flooring, or around pipes. Removal costs vary wildly by location and scope, but even moderate interior abatement can easily run into the thousands, averaging perhaps $1,200 to $3,200 nationally, but potentially much higher, depending on the specifics. And then there are the big structural issues. What if those minor cracks in the basement point to a larger foundation problem? The average foundation repair might cost around $5,100, typically ranging from $2,200 to $8,100 for common issues. But if major work like underpinning or lifting the house is needed, costs can escalate dramatically into the tens of thousands. When unexpected repairs pile up, $5,000 here, $10,000 there, maybe $20,000 for something major, that initial $25,000 rehab budget can balloon to $50,000, $60,000 or more, completely wiping out any potential profit. Unexpected repairs are a major reason why some flips end up losing money. These costly surprises happen all the time, so why do investors, especially beginners, keep falling into this trap? It's often a combination of factors. Let's call it the fixer-upper mirage. First, there's absolutely the HGTV effect. Renovation shows condense months of hard work, stress, and unexpected problems into a neat 30-minute episode where everything works out perfectly, often making flipping look deceptively easy and always profitable. This can lead to unrealistic expectations about timelines, costs, and complexity. Research has shown many homeowners undertaking renovations face significant challenges and sometimes regret not planning more thoroughly. Second, there's haste driven by FOMO or perceived deals. In competitive markets, sometimes buyers feel pressured to act fast. This can lead to skipping crucial steps like a thorough home inspection. Believe it or not, during hot market periods, studies have shown that nearly 1 in 4 buyers waived inspection contingencies. Trying to save $300, $500 on an inspection fee is incredibly risky when potential hidden issues could cost tens of thousands. Third, there's often overconfidence in DIY abilities or underestimation of costs. Maybe you think, I can handle the drywall myself, or how much could new flooring really cost? But DIY projects frequently go over budget, sometimes significantly, especially if mistakes need professional correction. And underestimating the true cost of materials and specialized labor, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, is incredibly common for those new to estimating rehabs. That initial promise of a cheap property blinds investors to the meticulous planning and accurate budgeting required. The P for prepare and R for research in our Prime framework. Okay, fixer-uppers can be great investments, but clearly going in blind is a recipe for disaster. How do you approach them smartly? Avoiding fixer-upper fiascos comes down to rigorous due diligence and conservative planning. Here are 5 critical tips. Tip 1. Never, ever skip the inspection. I can't emphasize this enough. For $300 to $500, a qualified home inspector is your first line of defense against those catastrophic hidden issues like foundation problems, mold, faulty wiring, or asbestos. If the property needs significant work, consider specialized inspections too. Roof, HVAC, sewer scope. It's the cheapest insurance you can buy. Tip 2. Build a healthy contingency buffer. Experienced investors always budget for surprises because they always happen. Don't base your numbers on everything going perfectly. Add a contingency fund to your rehab estimate. Typically 10% to 20% of the planned renovation budget is recommended industry best practice. If your planned rehab is $50,000, budget $55,000 to $60,000. This buffer protects your profit when unexpected costs arise. Tip 3. Research rehab costs meticulously. Don't guess. Know your local costs for common renovation items before you even make an offer. What does a typical mid-range kitchen or bathroom remodel cost in your area? What are local labor rates? Use online resources like Angie or Home Advisor for cost guides, get quotes from contractors if possible, and use rehab cost estimator tools. Accurate cost estimation is vital for your deal analysis. Tip 4. Learn from professionals. If you're new to rehabs, try to learn from those who aren't. Ask a trusted contractor if you can walk properties with them or shadow them for part of a day. Attend local real estate meetups, as we discussed in episode 45, and talk to experienced flippers and contractors about their biggest rehab challenges and lessons learned. Real-world insights are invaluable. Tip 5. Start simple. Your first fixer-upper probably shouldn't be a full-gut job down to the studs. Look for properties needing primarily cosmetic updates: paint, flooring, fixtures, landscaping. These projects have fewer variables and lower risk of catastrophic surprises. Build your experience and confidence on lighter rehabs before tackling major structural renovations. Here's the bottom line. Fixer-uppers can offer fantastic opportunities to build equity and profit, but they are not guaranteed wins, especially if you go in unprepared. Buying blindly based on a low purchase price or TV show inspiration is gambling, not investing. Unexpected issues like mold, asbestos, or foundation problems can instantly turn a perceived bargain into a massive money pit, destroying your budget and potential returns. Now your challenge today. If you're considering a fixer-upper, take one potential hidden cost, say foundation repair or mold remediation, and spend 15 minutes researching the typical cost range for that issue in your specific local market using resources like Angie or This Old House Cost Guides. Understanding the potential downside is the first step to budgeting realistically. And as always, if this episode helped you, please subscribe to the 5-Minute Prime podcast, share it with someone considering a fixer-upper, and leave us that review. Find more resources at reiprime.com. I'm Martin Maxwell. Keep learning, prepare diligently, and build your future.